Have you ever assigned a free writing task expecting students to produce detailed, flowing responses, but instead they barely manage a few choppy sentences? Or worse, they just sit there staring at the paper stuck? We all want our students to write fluently and confidently, but too often they stick to basic vocabulary and simple structures, even when they know more. If you've ever wondered, how can I help my students write more and write better? This video is for you. Today I'm sharing advanced free writing techniques that will push your students beyond simple sentences and encourage complex grammar use without the frustration. And the best part, these strategies are simple to implement and actually work. Let's dive in. Free writing is one of the most powerful tools in the language classroom. It helps students develop fluency, build confidence, and express themselves naturally without overthinking every word. But here's the problem. Many students write the way that they talk at a beginner level, short, repetitive, and basic. For advanced learners, we need to level up their writing by encouraging them to move beyond simple sentence structures, expand their ideas, and integrate new grammar concepts naturally. And when done right, free writing allows students to produce more language in a shorter time and lowers their anxiety about making those mistakes. But without the right support, students tend to stick to familiar patterns, avoid risks, and stay within their comfort zone. That's why today I'm sharing 3 powerful techniques to help you guide your students into more advanced, structured, and fluent writing. For free writing to be successful, students need structure, not to limit creativity, but to provide the right scaffolding to support better writing. One of the easiest ways to do this is through timed writing. Setting a timer for 5 to 10 minutes and challenging students to write nonstop removes the pressure of perfection and allows them to focus on simply getting words on the page. If they don't know what to write, encourage them to repeat the last word or use a filler phrase until their brain catches up. This technique helps students develop fluency, think in the target language instead of translating, and gain confidence in their ability to produce more language in less time. Another way to structure free writing is through sentence starters and prompts. Many students struggle to begin writing, and having a structured starting point eliminates this obstacle. Instead of staring at a blank page, students can use engaging prompts like, "If I could live anywhere, I would," or "Last weekend, something unexpected happened." These sentence starters naturally push them into using more complex sentence structures and expand their writing beyond surface level responses. Personalization is another key element of structured free writing. When students write about topics that interest them, they are far more likely to engage deeply with the language. Letting them choose their own topics within a given structure increases motivation and improves the quality of their writing. For example, if the class is learning the past tense, students can write about a childhood memory. If the focus is on the subjunctive, they can write about hypothetical situations or dreams for the future. The more meaningful the topic, the more effort students put into their writing. Fluency is important, but we also want to help students move beyond basic writing and into more complex language use. One way to do this is by scaffolding with grammar targets. Instead of hoping students will naturally use advanced grammar, provide them with a specific focus for their writing. Before they begin, set a challenge. Use at least 3 past tense verbs, including 1 subjunctive phrase or at least 2 transition words. This simple guidance encourages students to use more sophisticated structures in their writing while still allowing for creativity. A great way to reinforce this is through peer expansion activities. After students complete their free writing, have them swap papers with a classmate. Their task is to expand on their partner's writing by adding details, combining short sentences into more complex ones, or using transition words to make the ideas flow more naturally. This process allows students to see different ways to build complexity into their own writing and helps them internalize new structures in an authentic way. And rewriting with a purpose is another strategy that turns free writing into a true learning experience. Instead of treating their first draft as a finished product, students can go back and revise a section of their writing with a specific focus. They might replace common verbs with stronger, more descriptive synonyms, combine simple sentences into complex ones, or add figurative language to enhance their storytelling. This step reinforces the idea that writing is a process and encourages students to refine their language over time. To help students see their progress, we need to provide feedback that is quick, actionable, and effective. One way to do this is through self assessment checklists. Instead of relying entirely on teacher corrections, have students evaluate their own writing by checking for key elements such as proper verb tense use, varied sentence structures, and a continuous writing flow. This encourages self awareness and helps students take ownership of their learning. Color coding is another powerful technique that makes growth visible. Have students highlight different aspects of their writing using different colors: blue for complex sentences, green for transition words, and red for past tense verbs. This provides an instant visual representation of their language complexity and helps them set goals for future writing sessions. Speaking of goals, one of the most effective ways to ensure progress is to have students set small, measurable writing goals at the end of each session. They might aim to use 3 transition words in the next piece, write 20% more words than before, or integrate 5 different verb tenses. By tracking their own growth, students become more motivated and engaged with the writing process. If you're looking to take your teaching to the next level, I have the perfect next step for you. It's time to measure where you stand with comprehensible input strategies. I'm inviting you to take my CI proficiency quiz at mm.us/CI quiz. This quiz is designed to help you evaluate your strengths in using CI techniques, identify areas for growth, and receive tailored insights that will help you create a more effective and engaging classroom. It only takes a few minutes, and once you complete it, you'll receive practical next steps that you can implement immediately. Whether you're an experienced CI teacher or just starting out, this quiz will give you the tools you need to refine your practice and support your students' language acquisition more effectively. To wrap things up today, we've covered how to structure free writing, to promote fluency, how to encourage complexity by guiding students toward advanced grammar structures, and how to provide quick feedback that helps students recognize their progress. These strategies, when implemented consistently, will not only improve students' writing skills, but also increase their confidence and ability to express themselves more naturally in the target language. Now, I challenge you to try just one of these techniques in your classroom this week. See how your students respond and let me know in the comments which one worked best. Your insights and experiences help build a stronger community of language teachers who are passionate about comprehensible input. And if you're ready to take the next step, I highly recommend watching my next video, Master Proficiency-Based Assessments. It's simpler than you think. In that video, I'll break down how to assess student writing in a way that reflects true language proficiency, not just memorized responses. You can find it on your screen right now. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy comprehensible input.